Something strange is happening in Dubai, and almost nobody is talking about it. The lights are still on, but something feels different. Just a few years ago, this city was unstoppable. Crowded malls, packed beaches, endless construction. Dubai wasn't just a destination, it was the destination. Flights landed every minute. Dubai International Airport was a global gateway, connecting ambition, wealth, and dreams from every corner of the world. But now, something subtle has changed. Not a crash, not a collapse, just a quiet slowdown that most people haven't noticed yet. Hotels are still open. Restaurants still serve luxury, but the energy feels thinner. Like the city is performing, but the audience is slowly disappearing. This wasn't supposed to happen. Dubai was designed to be immune to decline, built as a symbol of endless growth and permanent global attention. For years, it had no real competition. If you wanted luxury, safety, and opportunity, there was only one answer, and everyone knew it. But 2026 changed something fundamental. For the first time, people have real alternatives, and they're not just considering them, they're choosing them. This is not about numbers, it's about psychology. A silent shift in perception. People are no longer asking, why not Dubai? They're asking a new question. Why Dubai at all? And once that question appears, everything begins to change very quickly. It didn't crash. That's what makes it dangerous. There was no dramatic collapse, no breaking news headline. Just a quiet replacement happening in real time. A new world is forming. A multipolar luxury world where power is no longer concentrated in one city, but spread across multiple rising destinations. Some offer deeper culture, others offer lower costs. Some promise safety, others offer something Dubai never truly built, authentic identity. And slowly, quietly, people are leaving, not in panic, not in fear, but with intention. One decision at a time, one ticket at a time. Dubai is not empty, not yet. But the direction is clear. The illusion of untouchable dominance is beginning to crack. Because this was never about buildings. It was about belief. And belief, once broken, is the hardest thing to rebuild. And now, 7 powerful destinations are rising, quietly pulling tourists, investors, and talent away from the city that once had it all. The shift didn't begin globally. It started closer to home. Right inside the Gulf, where Dubai once dominated without question, new challengers began quietly rising. First comes Riyadh, a city once seen as conservative and secondary. Today, it's transforming into something far more aggressive and ambitious. This is no longer a follower. Riyadh is positioning itself as a global destination, backed by massive state investment and long-term strategic vision. At the center of this rise is scale. Mega projects designed not just to impress, but to dominate attention and reshape global tourism flows. Projects like Diriyah blend ancient heritage with modern design, offering something Dubai struggles to replicate, real historical depth rooted in identity. Then comes Qiddiya, a massive entertainment city built to compete globally, pulling visitors with experiences designed to rival anything seen before in the region. Riyadh isn't just building attractions, it's building meaning. A mix of culture, religion, and entertainment forming a powerful, emotional connection with visitors. This creates a contrast. Dubai feels polished, controlled, almost artificial. Riyadh feels raw, evolving, and deeply connected to its roots and ambition. Then there's Doha, moving in a completely different direction. Not louder, not bigger, just quieter, more refined, and deliberately exclusive. Doha rejects the race for records. Instead, it focuses on curated luxury experiences designed for travelers who value privacy over spectacle. Its strength lies in culture. Museums, art, and architecture that feel intentional, not rushed. Built to last, not just a trend. Even the journey matters. Premium airline experiences and seamless airport systems create a sense of calm from arrival to departure. This appeals to a different audience. Travelers tired of crowds, noise, and overstimulation. People looking for something quieter, more personal, more controlled. And then comes Muscat, the complete opposite of everything Dubai represents. No race for height, no obsession with spectacle or speed. Muscat offers something rare, stillness. A slower pace of life where nature replaces noise and tradition replaces artificial design. Wellness tourism is rising here. Travelers choosing mountains, beaches, and silence over malls, traffic, and constant stimulation. Costs are lower. The environment feels safer, more neutral, less exposed to regional tension. It becomes an escape, not just a destination. In Muscat, silence becomes luxury, space becomes value, and simplicity becomes something people are finally willing to pay for. And that's the pattern emerging across the region. Dubai is no longer competing alone. It's being surrounded by cities with clear identity and purpose. This is where the shift begins, not globally, but regionally. The first cracks appearing not from distance, but from neighbors growing stronger every year. Not everyone leaving Dubai is chasing luxury somewhere else. Many are simply looking for a life that feels sustainable, affordable, and real in everyday terms. The shift is economic, quiet, logical, and deeply personal. People are no longer impressed by luxury if it comes at the cost of constant financial pressure. That's where Kuala Lumpur enters the picture, not as a flashy rival, but as a smarter alternative for modern workers. Dubai's rising costs are pushing out the middle class. Remote workers, freelancers, and tech talent are realizing the same lifestyle can exist elsewhere for far less. In Kuala Lumpur, rent is lower, food is cheaper, transportation is simple. The pressure drops and suddenly life becomes manageable again. The city is adapting fast. Co-working spaces, fast internet, and a growing digital ecosystem are attracting a new wave of global talent. Government incentives are quietly supporting this shift, making it easier for foreigners to live, work, and stay longer without the financial strain seen elsewhere. This is the new mindset. People aren't chasing luxury anymore. They're chasing freedom, the ability to live well without sacrificing everything just to stay afloat. Then comes Istanbul, a completely different type of shift, driven not by lifestyle, but by strategy and long-term financial thinking. Investors are beginning to look beyond Dubai, not because Dubai failed, but because better returns and more flexibility exist in emerging markets. Istanbul offers stronger rental yields and lower entry costs. What once required massive capital can now be achieved with significantly less investment. There's also a powerful advantage: citizenship. Investment here doesn't just generate income, it opens doors to global mobility and long-term security. This creates a clear contrast. Dubai becomes a prestige asset. Istanbul becomes a strategic asset with both financial and personal benefits combined. And then there is Singapore, where the game changes completely. This is not about lifestyle or returns. This is about safety. When global uncertainty rises, money doesn't chase opportunity. It moves toward protection, towards systems that are stable, predictable, and legally secure. Singapore offers exactly that. Strong laws, transparent systems, and a reputation built on trust. It becomes a natural destination for serious wealth. Family offices are quietly relocating. Wealth is being repositioned, not for higher returns, but for long-term protection and generational security. Because in uncertain times, the priority changes. Wealth doesn't chase returns first. It escapes risk first, and Singapore has become that safe destination. This is where most people get it wrong. Dubai is not collapsing. There are no abandoned towers, no sudden crisis. What's happening is far more subtle. This is a rebalancing. A global shift where power, money, and attention are no longer concentrated in one place, but distributed across multiple rising destinations. And the most surprising shift isn't happening far away. It's happening right next door, inside the same country, in Abu Dhabi. While Dubai built speed and spectacle, Abu Dhabi built stability, quietly, consistently, without needing constant global attention or validation. Families are noticing. Investors are noticing. Because in uncertain times, stability becomes more valuable than excitement or constant expansion. Abu Dhabi offers something different: less noise, less congestion, less pressure. A city designed for living, not just performing on the global stage. Its reputation for safety remains strong. A place where long-term living feels secure, predictable, and protected from sudden disruptions or volatility. Then comes culture, not rushed, not artificial. Real investments like Louvre, Abu Dhabi, and future institutions shaping a deeper identity. This creates a contrast within the UAE itself. Dubai feels like a stage, Abu Dhabi feels like a home, and people are beginning to choose differently, and that leads to the uncomfortable truth. Dubai optimized everything for image, height, records, attention, but not enough for long-term balance and sustainability. For years, that strategy worked perfectly. But in 2026, the world is changing. Priorities are shifting in ways that cannot be reversed easily. The global trend is clear. People are moving away from the biggest, the flashiest, and the fastest towards something more grounded and sustainable. They want safer environments, lower costs, more authentic experiences, places where life feels real, not constantly staged for appearance. Dubai didn't fail. That's the truth. It simply reached a point where others learned, adapted, and began offering better versions of what people actually need. Dubai didn't lose. The world just caught up. And once competition appears, dominance naturally begins to fade over time. The monopoly is over. The era of one city dominating global luxury and opportunity has quietly come to an end. Now the real question begins. Not why Dubai, but something much deeper and more personal for every traveler, investor, and decision maker. Why not somewhere else? So where would you go? Would you still choose Dubai or one of these rising alternatives reshaping the global map in real time? Tell me your choice. Because this decision is no longer obvious, and that alone proves how much the world has already changed. And remember, this analysis is based on current trends, not financial advice. Always research carefully before making any major decision about moving or investing.